Alright guys, let's see what happened. And as you know probably already, we had this drop like 5-6% from yesterday, and well, we expected that. BitMEX funding rate was negative through the whole of this period of time, and it's still actually negative. So I'm remaining negative, I'm remaining bearish, at least not bullish. Of course, $8,000 is a strong psychological level, and we would like to see the pullback from that. But you see this wedge was broken to the downside, although here a lot of people were saying, okay, we're about to make the short squeeze, we need to go up. It was so long of the period of the dump, but this was the bearish trend, right? And you'd expect it to be continued as a bearish trend, so that's why we dropped lower. And in fact, you see the volume is almost negligible here. I mean, comparing to this one, it's similar, but it's nothing comparing to even this one. And of course, if you look at the previous areas, like for example here, the volume here is like it's really small comparing to previous areas of the really huge volume. And yeah, I think that we will continue to go lower until we'll find the buying pressure at some point, when the buyers will step in and we'll see some huge spike or maybe V-shaped reversal. It will be really great, but so far there is no signs for that. And today we'll talk about what to do and where to buy, where to look for the reversal and so on. So first of all, I should mention that that drop actually happened after this bearish divergence which I posted on Twitter and on Telegram. It was 4 hours bearish divergence on RSI, stochastic RSI, MACD, and yeah, on the negative bearish trend it plays out perfectly, and you see it was 5-6% drop after that. Now we had actually the bullish divergence on RSI in 1 hour, but I think that it will not play out because first of all it's very weak, second it is occurring during the bearish trend. I don't think that it will actually make much of the impact. So this is the picture of the zoomed out picture of the price action. You see we have this support line over here. You can extend it to the current date, and then in fact we can go and test it. Unfortunately, only the basis was here. There was no test of this line before, but if we'll go and test it, it will be something like $7,000. We'll go below the previous low. It will be very nice in terms of the stop orders collection, because there are a lot of stop orders are below $7,000 right now. So if we'll go here, we'll collect those, we'll make a lot of the volume, we'll see a lot of the volume probably, and we may expect the bounce from that area. There's another line over here. We're actually testing it right now. It was resistance previously. Now it is kind of support, so we'll see how it will work. But this is the linear scale. If you look at the logarithmic scale, then you will see that this is actually a bit different. So this was the basis part of this line, and that was the point when the price actually touched this line once again. And now we're in this kind of intersection of this channel and this trend line, this support trend line. Now we have like few days, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then it will be broken one way or another. I still think that it's very high chance that we'll break it to the downside. But another thing is this fractal. If you remember, I posted this as well on Telegram and Twitter like a couple of weeks ago maybe. In 2017 there was a very similar picture as we look at right now. So we had this consolidation, then the drop, and then return up with kind of a triangular formation, and the same we had recently, and then we dropped after the formation to the downside like 12%, and we actually did almost the same thing right now. So it's continuing to repeat the history which was in 2017. But if we'll move lower, then this fractal will be broken. So right now we need to have this pullback and act something like this. If it will not happen, then yeah, this will not repeat, and the last hope that 2017 will repeat itself in 2019, yeah, it will not happen. So again, me personally, I have really little hope for that. And what area, what zone or time I'm looking at to get my long positions filled when, or at least if nothing will happen really bullish Until then, like, the Bitcoin price will not show some confident reversal, moving higher, like previous higher $14,000, or at least returning to 10K and like showing steep confident growth with maybe some volume. So until then, or if this will not happen, we'll go lower. What I will look for is that I will look at the major indicators when they will show the reversals on the monthly time scale. So you see here, for example, RSI. We have this trend line. If the line of RSI will reach this trend line and start to move to the upside, then that would be the point probably of the next like global, or at least long-term, long time frame bottom, and then at that point that would be the entry for the new like long growth. I think the same with MACD. The histogram should start to turn from the falling trend to the rising trend, and yeah, that would be the point of buying on the monthly time scale again. And the same with stochastic oscillator, stochastic RSI as well. So that is the global picture. Of course, you will not be able to spot the bottom with that, like, because it will be within days, maybe even hours when it will happen, but it is much safer than trying to catch a falling knife. And this is one thing. And another thing is how to try to spot this bottom. This is the new metrics from Glassnode with Renato Shirakashi. Well, it's not new, but we can get it relatively recently on the Glassnode website. It is net unrealized profit and losses. So basically, when it is red and like orange, then people in the market are suffering from the loss. When it is green, then they are in the profit. And yeah, it's like bull period and bear period. But with a green area, it's very likely that we'll see a correction to the downside. With a red area, or like deep red, it's very likely that we'll see at some point the move to the upside. And right now we are in the neutral zone, but the trend is declining. So I would say that when or if we'll go to the area when this line will be really, really red, then it's the point of time to look for the accumulation, for trying to get some long positions, so buy physical Bitcoin even or something like that. Until then, we may expect the continuation of the drop. And even SOPR, you remember we were looking at the SOPR signal for the recent days, weeks. It is pretty much in the bear territory. This pump happened because of some reorganization of the wallets of some exchanges, so it doesn't really matter. Basically, the value of SOPR is below 1, which is a bearish signal. Yeah, guys, there's nothing fun about the price, about the trend right now, and I would want to be more positive. I really want to be mistaken and see some decent, some healthy reversal to the upside and getting more and more higher than the previous highs. So, but yeah, so far it's not happening. And to be honest with you, again, I don't think that there are reasonable chance to see that. In any case, I will keep you updated on my thoughts. Again, it's just my opinion. I might be wrong. It's not financial advice, of course, but I hope that those thoughts might be useful for you. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching.